Hello guys, and welcome to another video update. As many of you know, I finished the munitionspanzer that come with the Karl Mörser kit. The Karl Mörser or Thor I'm working on right now. I will show you a little piece of it. But I just wanted to show you what I have done with the munitionspanzer. So here it is. The most difficult part, well, there were actually two difficult parts. Part one was the rigging. There were no threads or whatsoever that came with the kit, so I have to make my own. I did that with some stretched sprue. I tried some lead wire, but lead wire was too thick and also too fragile, I think. So I tried to stretch some sprue and do the rigging with that. So I'm just going to zoom in a little bit so you guys know what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is the rigging. The wires I've made from stretched sprue. It was really delicate to attach them. Once it was attached, it had to be airbrushed and painted and weathered, so I have to be really careful not to break any wire. But unfortunately this one broke I think 2 times, but I've managed to glue it back on with some super glue. The ammunition of this little vehicle, the ammunition was huge, but they didn't have any holes in the back side of the ammunition, so I've drilled some holes into it. Further, I have painted the wooden displays on the back side. Problem number 2 were no doubt the rubber tracks. These are also very tiny and very delicate, but they are like rubber bands, and when you attach them on the munitionspanzer, it had to be stretched. So when you painted it and you wanted to put it back onto the model, the paint will chip. That's what happened. But I have touched that up and I think it looks pretty okay. So I'm not complaining that hard, for it's a really little vehicle. I also did some chipping. What else did I do? I gave it a couple of washes. I gave it a dark wash, I gave it a grey wash and a brown wash. I did a pin wash with some dark fluid. I added some really tiny threads to the lights. Yeah, that's about it, I think. It's a nice little vehicle, so I'm pretty happy with the results. Okay guys, I'm going to show you now how far I am with my Karl Mörser. I've started with the assembly of the gun, the main gun, and it has a little surprise in it. I'm going to show you now, but first I am going to remove these rubber bands, for I think it's dry now, and I'm going to show you what I mean. So I'll just zoom in a little bit. Here it is. This is the gun, the main gun. I think it has very nice details. It's don't forget it's 1/72 scale, so for such a small scale it has pretty awesome details. But a really nice detail, what I think, is there were 2 springs supplied with this kit, and it made the gun workable. And I do not mean that I really can shoot rounds into the room. Now my wife would like that, I think. But I mean, there is a shock absorber, and that is workable, as you can see here. So, like the real thing, the shock absorber is workable. I think that is a pretty awesome little detail. I'm not going to use it, of course, but I know it's there, and that's enough for me. And that's pretty much everything I did right now for this model. So I'm going to work further on my model later on this day. For as many of you know, I'm at home for this week. For I had a little car accident, nothing serious, but I overstretched my muscles, so I have to take a week off to let it all rest. It gives me a nice opportunity to build on the Karl and make some crappy videos like this one, I think. Anyway, guys, I'm going to work on my Karl further. The munitionspanzer is finished, so I hope to see you guys next time. Cheers, guys. Bye bye.